If you are someone who feels like you're behind in life, you feel like you don't know what you're doing with your life, or you feel like you know what you want to do, but you just haven't taken the necessary steps, maybe because of fear, maybe because of whatever the reason may be, then maybe this video is for you. Alrighty, so first of all, let me just go ahead and say, you may notice some changes in this video. One, I am not in the same setting. I changed settings. Usually I shoot my videos in my bed or on my bed, but I am tired of shooting videos on my bed and I wanted to just get out of the bed. So I was like, let's do something a little bit different. And so right now I'm filming in front of my TV and my book stand. Please do not talk about my book stand and my TV setup right now. As I told you guys before in another video, me and mom, we did move and we haven't got furniture quite yet, which is fine. So right now my TV is on top of my book stand for now, but eventually it will get moved to the floor, not to the floor. It will get moved to the wall mounted, and the bookshelf will get either moved to the side, but I'll probably change bookshelves because this one's getting pretty full. But that's my setup right now. I got the little ambiance playing in the background. Of course, it's muted because, I think the whole copyright situation, which. Also, you may notice the clarity of this video is different than the other videos. That is because I am finally using my back camera. I did learn that you can actually, so a lot of people that don't want to film their back camera because their faces might look a little lopsided or a little, most people's faces aren't asymmetrical. So with that being said, one side seems to kind of droop a little bit when you're on your back camera. But I did know that you can go through CapCut or any probably, I guess, like editing app, and you can actually change it to where it looks like you're looking at your front camera versus your back camera. So hey, we're gonna try that today with this video. Anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into today's topic. So I am 29 years old, which I may or may not have ever said that before on this channel, but I am. And all my life, I have always knew I wanted to do something other than what was available or what was like I just never really wanted to do what people thought I was supposed to do. And I think I've had a video on here before, but I don't remember if I made a video or TikTok about it, but I talked about how you shouldn't do what others expect you to do. Meaning people see me at 6'6", people automatically assume I'm supposed to play basketball and do sports, and that's it. But that's not what I want to do. And for years, I always knew that was what I wanted to do. Matter of fact, when I was younger, I wanted to be a veterinarian for the longest. I wanted to be a wildlife veterinarian for a very, very long time. Even tried to go to school for it, but I ended up going to school for something else, which, shock. A lot of people change their majors all the time. But yeah, so I didn't do that. Um, but I still had dreams of possibly doing, wildlife veterinarian. I just didn't know what I wanted to do. And then I knew that something I really, really wanted to do, but I guess was kind of, I don't know, like I said, I was afraid of wanting to do it, or I just felt like it wasn't something that was, I don't know, but acting is something that I've wanted to do for quite a while. And this year I told myself that I was going to stop playing games. I was going to start taking an acting class. Now, that is something that I'm still working on doing at this moment. Another thing, which I'm not, you know what? Like a part of me should I feel ashamed to say this? But I feel like I shouldn't. I'm not driving yet. I have yet to learn how to drive. So next month, I have already told myself and already kind of set up that I'm going to start taking driving classes, which I don't feel too bad because I'm like, it's people that are like older than me that don't drive. Well, it's fine. It's perfectly fine that I haven't started driving yet. But I do want to start driving and just become a little more independent when it comes to certain stuff like that. But yeah, but I feel like acting is something that I've wanted to do, and obviously now getting into content creating is something I really want to do as well. And so I'm done with trying to pretend or done with caring about what other people think. And I feel like once you stop caring about what others think about what you should be doing, that really does help you. But I will say at this time in my life, sometimes it's easy to feel like you're behind in life, especially looking at social media. Social media, don't get me wrong, it has its goods. Obviously, people make money from it and all that good stuff. People make careers out of it, but it also can be a little bit damaging to the mental, which is why I have decided to take a month from social media. I will not be doing any social media for the rest of, well, for today, which is, today's video being is going to be posted. It was going to be posted tomorrow on the February 1st, but it's being, filmed today, which is January 31st, last day of January. So I took social media off my phone last night. So I'm gonna finish January out with no social media, and then I'm gonna do the whole month of February and maybe March, but at least February. And then, of course, I will make a video where I talk about what I did or what I learned with my month away from social media. So Yeah. But yeah, I think social media definitely has a way of making people think they're not doing enough or feel like they're behind in life, especially when you see people around your age or, close to your age or whatever that seem to be doing so well in life, and then you seem to be doing really nothing, or it feels like you're not doing enough. You feel like, why am I not where they are? But I feel like we have to realize that everybody's path is different, and the Heavenly Father has a timing for everybody. Um, because that's something that I think we all kind of think of as well, or we don't think of. But we got to realize like our timing is different. Like, of course, we want things to happen, we want to happen, but his timing is obviously a lot different than our timing. So we have to realize that and understand that and be patient, which is something that I personally am not the best at being patient. I am probably one of the most impatient people you'll ever meet, but that's just me. I'm learning patience. Let's say that I am learning patience. But I am not the most patient person, but I'm getting there. Well, a little bit. Let's just say I think I'm more patient with my life now. There are certain things I'm still impatient with, but I do feel like I'm more patient with my life and what I'm supposed to be doing with my life. But I feel like it's so easy to feel like you're behind, especially I feel like sometimes as women, we at certain ages we're told that we're supposed to be married by this age and have kids by this age and have this by that, and it's like, me personally, I don't have none of those things. I'm not married. I don't have any children. I'm not dating. Like I am. You got single, and then you got single, single. Single, 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 single. Three singles. Okay, I'm triple single. Like there is no roster, no nothing. I'm not talking to anybody. I don't have any situationships. I don't have anybody that I see every so often. I don't have anybody that I get money at. None of that. I don't have nobody. I am very single, but I'm also like in a stage now where I think for years I thought, oh, I was ready. I was ready. I was ready, but the more I think about it, the more I'm like, you're not even ready to have a relationship, girl. Like you got some things you have to work on with yourself. Hold on. But yeah, I feel like for years I thought I was ready for a relationship, but the more I thought about it, I was like, girl, you are not ready for a relationship. I feel like I came to that realization a couple of days ago. I was like, maybe you're not ready. Like you have to really I feel like my version right now wouldn't be ready to be a girlfriend, I don't think. I don't know. But part of me feels like I'm in a stage now of trying to get like my life together. I'm trying to get into content creating. I'm trying to really focus on that, pursue content, pursue acting, start driving, start doing this, start becoming more dependent and all that. I feel like there are so many things I'm trying to do right now that I feel like a relationship may possibly distract me from doing those things. And I don't want that distraction. I really want to be able to do those things and not feel distracted whatsoever. So I feel like that's something too. But trust me, it's easy to feel this way, especially social media, when you see your friends from high school, they're all getting married and having children, and you feel like, well, damn, am I doing something wrong? Like, should I not? Oh, I'm gonna throw this on. Like, should I not? Or should I be doing those same things? But honestly, I don't feel that way anymore. I used to feel that way a little bit, but now I'm like, no. When I see my old friends and old classmates getting married and having kids, I'm happy for them. I'm like, that's their path. That's their timing right now. That is not mine. Okay. And I'm perfectly okay with that. Um, I remember I saw a quote, not a quote. What's her name? I forgot. Someone was Kayla Nicole. She was interviewing Nina Parker. You know that Nina Parker is. She used to host the Love and Hip Hop reunions. She said something that really made sense. She was like, "Yeah, I may feel lonely or maybe lonely sometimes, but I'm never desperate." And I was like, "Exactly. That is me. Yeah, there are times I feel lonely because I don't have somebody, but I'm never desperate. If I was desperate, I'd be out here dealing with anything. And I'll be damned if I deal with anything. Listen, I've been single all these years, baby. I will stay single before I put up with anything. Like that's just not my path in life ever. Okay. It's like that's like that trend that was going around on TikTok. They were like, "Don't have trend that could be you. It could be who? It couldn't be me." Like the one girl said, "Why would I co-sign a car for a man?" Girl, listen, could never be me. And this lifetime, the next lifetime, unless I went through a traumatic brain injury and I don't know what the hell's going on, I don't think so. So no, that would never happen for me. But like I said, it is easy to feel like you're left behind or you feel like you're not doing enough, especially when it comes to relationships and career. But I feel like I had to learn, or I'm learning still, that it's okay that I don't have the things that I feel like I should have at this age. I think everyone has their own time and everyone has their own like path. And I think women, especially, we're really good. Or I feel like a lot of times women, we will like go get our careers and go do all that and then try to like have a relationship. So I'm okay with that path for me. If it's okay, if it's meant for me to like have a career first, like get into my career and all that, then have a child and then then get married, then have kids, hey, then so be it. But it is very easy to feel like you're not doing enough, but just know you are. You weren't where you were 5 years ago, last year, last month. So just know you're doing better. And I know for me, I had to realize that. And another thing that really helps me humble myself or be like, you know what, I'm appreciative of what I do have and grateful for what I do have. When you go on like different social media, when you go like when you scroll on TikTok or something, and you see someone else, they're talking about their like sickness or whatever, you're like, well, damn, like at least I have, you know what I mean? Like, remember, I was feeling sorry for myself at one time, and I remember this girl that I actually follow now. I can't think of her first name, but she's a girl on TikTok, and she's like she bumped heads with her nephew a few years ago, and now she has a consistent migraine that happens all day, every day. And I was watching her videos, and I was like, damn, like at least I don't have that. So I feel like sometimes, a lot of times, it takes you to see other people's situations to be like, you know what, mine isn't that bad, and I'm very grateful for what I do have. The wind is howling outside right now, y'all. Like it is howling. Y'all probably can't hear it because this mic is really good at canceling out all of the noises, but it's howling outside, okay? I live in Georgia and we are like, well, right now it's probably like 15 degrees outside and it probably feels like -1 or 2 or 3. It's freezing outside. We went outside earlier to go get some food and it was cold. It did flurry up a little bit, but if anything, it's just been freezing cold. It's gonna be freezing cold tomorrow. But guess what? Your girl's getting her what? Nails on tomorrow. Because the nails are going to be done regardless. Um, but yeah, I definitely feel like social media does. I feel like when you hear other people's stories, you realize, you know what, my life isn't as bad as I think it may be, or life it just isn't that bad. You know what I mean? And it just makes you more grateful and appreciative. Also, I feel like if you're someone that can't, I feel like what was it? It was somebody that said write down something good that happened to you every single day, no matter how small it may seem. And I don't do it every day, I ain't gonna lie, I don't. But um I do try to write down stuff that makes me or that made me happy or made me smile or whatever the case may be. Journaling is a good way to get all your thoughts out of your head too. So if you're someone that doesn't journal, I would recommend possibly journaling. Because I feel like journaling helps you write down just thoughts and get all those thoughts out of your head, get all those negative thoughts, whatever the thoughts may be. And then this year is the first year I ever did a vision board, which I've never done a vision. Now, my vision board is a digital vision board. I didn't go buy this school project board poster and all that. I didn't do all that. Okay. I did a digital vision board. I did it through Canva, which is an app that I use for all my editing anyway. Well, I use it for my thumbnails, same thing. But yeah, I didn't do a vision board like that. I do look at it every so often. I do have some things on there that make sense to me and that I really, want to achieve this year. But I think vision boards may work as far as they may. We'll see. This is our first year doing it. I've never done one before, but something told me to just try and see, and why not? What can you lose? You know what I mean? Like why not try one and see how you like it, how you don't like it, whatever. But yeah, so then I think another thing is seeing people I like, people that are in my industry that I want to get into with acting and all that. Some people didn't start till they were like 30, 40, whatever age. So it's like I have time. You know what I mean? Like I be thinking I'm such a rusher and I want to rush and I'm so impatient that I want things to happen now and I gotta realize I gotta work at it. I haven't really put in any work when it comes to getting into acting. Like, yeah, I used to book little background acting jobs. And I'm not saying you can't get discovered from background acting. I've seen different like big time actors now that got discovered because of background acting. But me personally, I just, haven't put in any work yet. So I definitely want to start these acting classes. And like I said, I got to be more consistent on here. I almost didn't record a video today. I was like, almost didn't record one, but I was like, girl, get your behind up, record that video, and post it. Because I was supposed to post it today, but I got listen, I got lazy, but it's fine. We're gonna post it tomorrow. It's gonna get posted regardless. But I have been very consistent on TikTok. Matter of fact, I actually got to post a TikTok today when I get done with this video. But yeah, consistency is key as far as TikTok and just whatever social media you're trying to, like I guess get more popular on or whatever, or go viral, whatever the case may be. But yeah. So I feel like, it's okay to feel those feelings, but don't sit around dwelling on them. Don't like soak in it. Don't be like, oh, I'm so behind in line. Like, no. You gotta like uplift yourself. You gotta really like and make sure you have good people. This is why I always say it's so important to have good people around you, good supportive, motivating people around you. And if you don't have anybody around you that's motivating and supporting, you know what? Here's your motivation and support. Don't feel like you're behind. Don't feel like you're not doing enough. Know you are enough. You're doing enough, and each day is different, and your time and your path is also different. And then also watch motivational like videos, watch motivational speeches, watch motivational speakers, listen to podcasts. That's something that I'm starting to get more and more into is listening to podcasts. My favorite podcasters, as far as like motivational podcasters, are Mel Robbins and Jay Shetty. Love those two podcasters. So if those are two podcasts you want to listen to, then there go two podcasters for y'all that are very motivational. I think both of them also written books, which I will love to read both of their books. So something else I'm gonna get into as well. Because you guys know I love to read books, so why not read, two of their books as well. Um, but yeah, so I think that's what I really wanted to say, my little piece. Nothing too crazy, not too in depth. Just wanted to let you know that it's okay to feel behind. It's okay to feel like you're not doing enough, but just know you are enough and your time is coming. You got to put in the work. You got to believe. You got to have faith. You got to pray. You got to be motivated, and you got to stay consistent. And don't let your mood right now determine your future, or however the quote goes. I can't really remember, but yeah. So also, I want to say that this video may be one of my like last sitting down videos. I do want to start making actual vlogging videos. I remember when I first started this channel, I debated if I wanted to be a vlogger or just like a sit down talking girl. I think because I felt like everybody in mama vlogs was like, y'all want to keep saying, vlogs, but maybe y'all do. I feel like a vlog is something that will be important for me so y'all can see like this is my everyday life. Like I can talk about as much as I can talk about how much like how tall I am and how people interact with me and all that. But I feel like it's better if you guys see how people actually interact with me. So I definitely want to like start doing vlogs. So I have to obviously build the confidence and all that to do vlogs because I am not a like it's kind of scary in a sense to like film in public. And I think for me, it's kind of amplified because like people already stare at me. I think I have to get that through my head. Like people already stare at me. So the camera being on me ain't gonna be too much of a difference, you feel me? So it is what it is. But the first vlog I'll do is probably somewhere where I feel comfortable and I feel like I'm more confident. So probably a bookstore trip will be probably the best for me. Just because I feel like that'll be a better vlog so you guys can get to see, okay, this is how people interact with me possibly. But then again, I don't really get bothered at the bookstore, but I do want to show you guys like this is my first at least I'll feel confident that I can do that. And then once I conquer that, then I feel like I'll be able to conquer the world and be able to, start recording, wherever I go. And not that I go anywhere like that, because I will say your girl is a certified homebody, okay? But I do want to start doing little vlogs and going places and all that good stuff. Also, I don't think I've said this before, but if you are on TikTok, you know there is a tall tour going on hosted by Tyler. I can't pronounce his last name. He is coming to Atlanta March 7th, so I do want to go to that and maybe vlog a little bit. We'll see. I don't know, but we'll see. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys learned something from it, or you felt motivated, or you felt seen or related, whatever the case may be. And I hope to see you guys in my next video.